Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah, it's Friday, so I'm just thought I'd like review this weekly planner that I started this week, and I sort of like realised that I can keep track of my progress really on important things. I've sketched a few ideas for Halloween collabs, so I've crossed that out on that day on the Monday. Planning Inktober video series, well, I've done that, so I know exactly what I'm drawing, starting from tomorrow. But I may do a head start on that tonight. And that Sharpie marker video, which was the Carnage video that I did yesterday, that's crossed out, and that's the only three things I've really crossed out. Some things I never got on with, but then some of these will just cross over into next week and try and like prioritize the most important stuff. And I think right now is finish some horror art for Horrorfest, because it's only in 2 weeks and I need to get some artwork ready and get some prints made. And yeah, because if I don't have anything to sell, then it'd be pretty pointless me going. So I've got to get on with that. Yeah, and Saturday, sketch and chill. I just realised I never usually chill on a Saturday really. I might watch a DVD later, but I'm still drawing, still doing stuff, so I might include something on there for Saturday. And Sunday I definitely want to do this paint studio art room, because it needs painting. It's needed painting for years, since I moved in here nearly 6 years ago. And tidy up, organise studio space further, because I need to rearrange things and put all my comics somewhere. I don't know, I've got loads of them, but yeah. So yeah, I'm going to keep reviewing this weekly planner because I think it is helpful that I'm crossing off things. I'm making some progress, so I'm getting on more with things that I need to be doing with this planner than without, so I'm going to keep it. And obviously Sunday night I'll be writing the next, well I've already wrote. I'm doing a starving artist tag video, apparently. That's if I do that video. But if I'm always like gonna put like video ideas in, I always try and get on with them. So yeah, so possibly doing that one. That's like a question and answers sort of thing that I've seen other artists do, so I'll probably be doing that one. But we'll see. We'll see. So today I thought about doing some kind of ink sketch. I'd like to, try and explore just like splattering loads of ink and, maybe draw something like half finished and then, splatter black and white ink on it and, I don't know, make it look sketchy looking. I've had previous attempts, but I'm not going to use like paintbrushes this time. I'm going to sketch something out quickly, and I'm going to use like thin ink pens, maybe Sharpie marker here and there, and we'll see whatever else. A white jelly roll pencil probably, and we'll see what I can create. I've seen other artists do this, and I'd just like to get a bit more sketchy in my sort of designs and just see if they work that way. So let's try and sketch something. I was thinking of a skull. But I want don't know. I want it to have lots of sketchiness about it. Just draw the teeth in there. You can faintly see that, but I'm not going to be spending too much time, doing the pencil sketch. The dumb fucks banging next door. Dumb fuckers. Ah, nice. So that's going to be all blacked off. Maybe an eyeball hanging out there, which will be nice. There's going to be lots of splatter here, I think. Here, there and everywhere. Just trying to do an experimental piece. If I can talk properly. Which sometimes I can't. Just going to move the camera there. Use a thin ink pen. Start to draw. And sketch still with these ink pens. Straighten up these teeth slightly. Like bottom teeth there. Just try and sketch the basic lines in that I want. Maybe have that eyeball at the bottom instead, and then this eyeball hanging out. And that'll all be shadowed, them eye sockets and nose. I'll use the Sharpie soon with that. So what are these? Will be hairs and stuff. The rough guide where the black space is going to be. Get this Sharpie marker, colour in the darkest areas. The sketch doesn't look much to look at the moment. It looks like half finished and it looks a bit shit, to be honest, but that usually happens with artwork. You know, begin to worry like if it looks a bit shit later on then you might have to start again. But, I have a bit of confidence that this might just turn out okay with a bit of experimental ink splatter and things like that. And once you've, you know, inked all them dark areas, you can use like the white highlight to bring some areas back and just experiment with it really. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see what other artists do and not copy what they do, but try to assimilate these art techniques so I can use them in other drawings later on. see, you know, just see how they've done certain drawings and then try and include them in your artwork from there, really. And this is all dark. Fill in most of the black space. Fill in most of the black space. Do thicker lines around the outside of the teeth. Thicken some lines outside of the eye sockets as well, so I don't want them to be exactly round looking, really. Get the thin ink pen again and just start to rework out some shadows and things like that. Some dark areas on the bottom of the teeth as well, just to help it. Just work on more lines, help fill out the face a bit more of this skull, if the skull has a face, skull face. And like an eyeball there. Keep it real rough looking. So I've just got some black. I've just watered it down slightly, just on the side, and I've got this like makeup brush again. I think I need a bit more water. Spread it out a bit. Maybe get rid of a lot of the excess if you can. That's the idea. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the end of this paintbrush and I'm going to just splatter some of this. I'm going to see if it'll splatter quite good. Yeah, yes, good one. That's what you need. Just get out my chair. And concentrate just around that area. I think I'll just try and get some white in there. I may let some of them dry actually first. Right, so that's dry now. I've got like a Pentel pocket brush pen. I'm just going to do some more sort of thicker hairs. Just add to it really. And just make up more lines. I think I'll get some like acrylic white and just go over the teeth just to bring them forward soon as well. I think it's good if we just add like lots of sort of ink lines and, you know, just go from there really. Go to the top of the head. Just experiment with it. Not going to be perfect, but no art is really. Just make like lots of flowing locks. And maybe some more dark areas. Some darker than others. Sort of adding to the splatter really, trying to make something, well, just testing the techniques really. A bit more shadow around the eyes there. Oh, that could be like splattered blood, who knows. What I think I'll do is get some white acrylic. Got a big tube here, and put some of that in the palette. Just a little splodge, and then I think I'll do the same. Just add some just here, and then I could use the paintbrush on them teeth afterwards. So I'll just get a bit of paint on there, remove some to the side, make sure it's on all the bristles of that, and just dab a bit of water on it, just move it up and down. It's got a bit of the old black on there, maybe just get a bit more white on it. bit more white, and then I'm going to see about adding some splatters over the black areas really, just to help balance it a bit more. Actually, I'm just going to wipe a bit of that off, a bit of the excess. Need a bit more. I want it to be like the same consistency that it was for the black, if we can do it. Get a bit more. I want some large splodges, so I'll put quite a bit on. There we go. Totally missed. So yeah, I think that'll do for that. I'll let this dry now. So I've just added a bit of acrylic white over the teeth. They're still wet, so I'm going to try and avoid them. I'm just going to try and do some more little cross-hatching details just on the face. And these will be more sketchy than anything else. Because the more you can add to the drawing, the better really. Because I want to make this sort of appear like a real sketchy looking piece of artwork. Just get all the lines there, maybe add more hairlines and things just going on in the, you know, the background. Maybe at this side. Try and avoid them teeth. Get paint all over my hand. And there's maybe more shadowing and stuff going on in the shadows. I've been really sketchy about it, trying to build up details and shadowing bits as much as I can. Probably ruin this ink pen by using it like this, but I've got plenty of these ones anyway. So yeah. This is mainly dry. I just have to wait for some of that tooth paint to dry. It's not an ideal white acrylic paint, but it's the only one I've got at the moment. Maybe do some more shadowing up here. Where the focus needs to be on. The other little details, just layer stuff in. And cheekbones, there's going to be an element of shadow as well, so that's what I'm trying to aim for. And I went into the teeth. There we go. I thought I would. I totally forgot. So yeah, I'll just put that ink pen aside. I've got my white Sakura jelly roll pen now. Just going to add some details. Just adding more confusion to the skull drawing. But I think you're just adding depth, you know, to your drawing as well. Just by adding some details like this with the white. Nice contrast to it as well. That's what I like. Try and go over some of the lines as well. Just end up looking slightly grey unless you go over them. So I've got the eyes there and the mouth. I'm going to do some more sort of areas of interest. Just see if that will add a bit of white over the top of the teeth. Sort of wax. But I'll just stick to these little bits. Maybe ink some of this. Contrast between the two little areas here. Don't want to overload it really. Maybe draw some little drips. I suppose on the teeth I could do an extra sort of blackout effect where I can do like craps or cracks rather, not craps. Jesus, I don't know what's up with me trying to talk sometimes today. Cracks in the teeth, that's what I meant to say. Craps. And you can just add more layers, you know, to your illustrations as well, which is usually quite nice. Couple of cracks here and there. So when we're drawing something like this, I think it's best if I try and approach some rock bands or something, or I don't know, try and do some artwork for them, you know, up and coming ones as well, I reckon, and just see what happens. Or, you know, all you can do is try and just try and get some work and just try and get out there a bit. But yeah, quite like this. I think it needs a bit more shadow on the eyeball just underneath, just to give some weight to it. other bits of blood and other stuff. But you can see that the splatter effects have, you know, helped add some kind of dimension to the illustration. And I'm quite happy with that, the way it's gone. As an experimental drawing, it's worked out quite well. Yeah, pretty happy with it. And I'll just sign it. So yeah, that one turned out pretty well. Yeah, I'm going to leave that drawing there. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to work on some ideas and, you know, like little sketch things, sort of off camera or on camera or off, I don't know, I ain't decided yet, and I'll show you them in the last part of the vlog. And yeah, that's what I'll do. So I did a quick change of mind. Instead I just did like a black and white horror splatter drawing of Carnage. Thought I'd do like a quick piece of artwork, and there was this drawing that I started yesterday. I've just started to add a bit of splatter to it, but it's still a bit wet at the moment. Yeah, I'm just experimenting with different ways of like laying down the ink, and, you know, heavy splatters and random splatters and stuff like that, and just experimenting and just see how far I can go with it and see how it goes. So yeah, quite cool. So it's now on the night time now, and reflecting on these quick sort of ink sketches that I did, I'm quite happy with these. I like the experimental nature of them. You know, they're just lots of ink splatters and, you know, just the experimental look of them, really. Particularly that Carnage one that I tried to do, and this one, which I haven't finished yet, this one. Still needs a bit more ink work here and there, but I think this is the way forward actually, with certain quick ink sketches and things like that I want to try and get out there and just maybe sell at these, like, you know, little events that I do, especially these like horror festivals and any other sort of events. I'll try and do like quick sketches like this to sell, you know, that don't take me too much time, and, you know, just try and do something with them, really. I think that's the way forward, as well as like more finished artwork that I can make prints out of and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a day for today and tell you that tomorrow is the 1st of October, which starts off with Inktober, and I'll be drawing like a zombie, a sort of a zombie spider baby head thing. That'll be the 1st of October drawing. These will be ink drawings sort of like this, maybe with splatters, maybe with not, just ink drawings really, for the whole of October, as well as the extra like daily art vlogs as well. So yeah, so I'll leave that there, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers now.